Hey guys, Dr. Kristie Ennis, physical therapist, certified strength and conditioning specialist, and nutritionist. And today we are going to go over some stiff hip and spine stretches that you can do in 5 minutes. It's all it's going to take 5 minutes. So if you want more information too, I would love if you could click that subscribe button, and you'll get all my videos whenever I come out, and I come out with them weekly. So let's get started. You just need you, nothing else, no other equipment unless you want a mat as we get down onto the ground, okay? The goal for these is about 5 to 10 repetitions in each movement. So we're going to start with one foot pointing forward, one foot out, the front knee is bent. I'm going to reach that back hand down, top hand up, and then I'm going right into a little side bend. Try not to rotate. So it's reach and bend. And notice I'm only holding for a second or two because we really want to make sure that we're getting mobility here, right? This is great to do after you've been sitting or lying down. We want to get blood flow going instead of just holding that static stretching, okay? Make sure that you do both sides. So obviously you would go the other way. Same foot is going to be pointing a different direction. And then we're going to have that other foot pointed out. Same idea, reaching back, and then going into that little side angle. I'm going to get 5 here of these. Try not to rotate again. Really reach. You can look up as long as that feels okay on your neck. Right? Reach. I'm a terrible counter. I think that was 4. I'm going to do one more. Notice that front knee stays bent. Good. And then I'm going to turn around right to the front. And now both of my toes are going to point out a little bit, about a 45-degree angle. I'm going to come down into this plie. Hands are going to go above the knees, and you're alternating, dipping those shoulders. And I'm already getting a little snap, crackle, pop. Try to press those inner thighs out. 2. There's 5. I'm going to do 10 total here. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm going to come right up, go towards the back of my mat. You can bend these knees if you need to as I fold it forward. Walk those hands forward. This is all part of that stretch. This is your starting position. In that plank, I'm going to bring my feet apart a tiny bit as I press into that downward dog and then reach for that opposite foot. If this is too much, you can do a little bit of a rock and reach on through the knees, okay? So we're just really trying again to open up that spine, ideally opening up those calves, which works a little bit better if you're on your feet, but sometimes that is a tough place to start. You could even do this on the counter so that you're still getting that kind of rocking motion a little bit. From there, I'm going to drop down. I'm going to back up a little bit. You're going to go, knees are going to go nice and wide. If you can get them mat width apart, great. If not, go to your comfort level. Feet together, I'm going to press back. And then I'm going to add a shift from one side, a shift to the other, and then rock forward. So I'm actually pressing my hips now down towards the ground. And then again, it's back. Little shift, and forward. So there's 2. Shift, 3. You don't have to add that shift. It doesn't feel good. All of this, again, should feel good. That's very key to remember here. I think that was 5, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm going to do one more. One little shift to each side, and then forward. You can always do this with a little more padding under your knees, too, if need be. You don't want to be uncomfortable. Coming down into a seated position, you're going to go into that lovely little butterfly pose. Let those knees relax as much as you can. If you need to support them with some blocks, you can. But now we're going to add hip and spine again, right? That's what this is all about, the hip and spine. I'm going to take my left hand on my right knee, my right hand behind, and just add a little twist, sitting up nice and tall, and then twisting the other way. I'm giving a gentle press open to that hip as I'm turning. And again, just holding a couple seconds here. There's 5, 6, 7. I have the hiccups a little bit, so excuse me. 8, 9, and 10. Love that one. Last one is going to be down on the ground. Again, you're going to bring your feet, if you're on your mat, you're going to bring them wider apart, about mat width apart. If you don't have a mat, think about hip to shoulder width apart. Arms are going to come out to the side, and I'm going to drop both knees down to one side. If it's okay on the head, you're going to turn and look the opposite direction. You, again, have control about how far you're letting those legs drop, okay? So just take it nice and easy. You'll notice too, most likely as you do this, that you're going to get a little bit more motion as you go. That's that body warming up, loosening up, and getting that fluid moving. So a couple more for this one. And again, you can move that head gently side to side too. Always keep in mind all body parts and make sure they all feel okie dokie. Good. And then I'm going to go back. One more. And then you can let yourself flop. And that should feel good too. So awesome, there you go. There's a great way to loosen up all of the hip, all of the spine, all in 5 minutes, so super duper fast. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Check out my website at drkristieNS.com to sign up for my newsletter and stay tuned for more.